there is a military component that the international community is having on the fight against Daesh. That is something that involves all of the European Union member states and the European Union itself. The European Union role is not on the military side on this crisis, but more on the humanitarian diplomatic side. But this has nothing to do with the fact that the crisis, the civil war that is happening in Syria, will never find a military solution or a military way out. So I really think and hope and expect, as we will say in diplomatic terms, that we manage to put on track a diplomatic channel for the war to finish. It's now 4.5 years after it started. The number of victims and the number of internally displaced people and refugees is huge. For the internally displaced people and refugees, we're talking about around 12 million. We see what comes to Europe, but in terms of total numbers, we have to realize that numbers are huge, and each of them has a story, is a human being, it's a personal story that needs to be protected. After 4.5 years, we need to find a political ground for a transition in Syria. I've been discussing this recently and going to do again this in the coming days with the UN Secretary General Special Envoy, Staffan de Mistura. We see there the leadership of the UN is needed because it's not a crisis only relevant for Europe but also for the region. But let me say that I believe that the agreements that we reached on the Iranian nuclear program could open the way for a different kind of regional dynamic that could maybe involve all the different relevant actors in the region and internationally to put pressure on the sides inside Syria to come to an end to the civil war and to a transition in governance. The first part of the question was, I hope that tomorrow the interior ministers will find an agreement. I think it will be extremely relevant. First of all, because our internal unity strengthens our external action or weakens our external action. And so finding a way of sharing responsibility among Europeans gives us more credibility, gives us more power to work with our partners, being them in the Middle East, being them in Africa, being them in the United Nations, to share